Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
Yes, we are.
Let's
get
today
it popping.
Today we celebrating a legend right here, man.
What you talking about?
Busta Rhymes turned
Busta
50
Rhymes.
years old.
Yes.
50 years old, man. Busta Rhymes and Biggie, their birthdays is back to back, you know. So we always honor Biggie, but we want to give Busta Rhymes his flowers too, man.
Busta is a legend.
Absolutely.
Legend.
Definitely.
Just made the Concert Crew Hall of Fame.
Just made the Concert Crew
I don't
Hall
know
of
what
Fame.
he should have been on the last
He
ballot.
definitely
but, you know,
should have. I disagree
been
with
on-
that. But we got him in there this year.
Yeah.
But Busta Rhymes turned 50 years old. That's a big deal to be 50 years
To
old
hip-hop.
and still be relevant in hip-hop.
Yeah.
But just some history on Busta Rhymes. Trevor George Smith Jr., he was born on May 20th, 1972 in East Flatbush, Brooklyn, to his parents Geraldine Green and Terrence George Smith Jr. They're both from Jamaica. So, you know, Busta Rhymes got the strong Jamaican, you know, just presence. He always reps for the Jamaicans and all of that.
Yep.
At the age of 12, Busta moved to Uniondale, Long Island. For a while, Busta went to George Westinghouse Career and Technical Education High School in Brooklyn with several. He went there with Jay-Z and Biggie. They all went to the same school at one time.
That's a hell of a class.
That's crazy right there. In 1990, Busta, alongside fellow Long Island natives Charlie Brown and Denko D and Cut moniker Milo, formed the East Coast hip-hop group Leaders of the New School. The group's big break was when they became an opening act for hip-hop group Public Enemy. Public Enemy's Chuck D gave Busta Rhymes and Charlie Brown their respective stage names. They actually battled the white group that later became Young Black Teenagers for the name Leaders of the New School. So they actually had to battle for the name Leaders of the New School. The Bomb Squad was the judges. So that's interesting right there. Leaders of the New School got signed to Elektra Records, and Leaders of the New School began recording in late 1990 and released their debut, A Future Without a Past, in 1991.
That's a dope title.
This album featured the hit single, Case of the PTA. Just another case of that old PTA. And in early 1992, the group appeared on A Tribe Called Quest Posse, classic posse cut, Scenario. This is when Busta Rhymes,
Classic.
he started to become the most popular member of the group.
Row, like a Dungeon Dragon.
His name
They went to another level.
His name started to move around. In 1993, the Leaders of the New School released their second album, Time, The Inner Mind's Eye. The album was a commercial and critical flop, but most people believe Busta was a star. And then he came out with Flavor of Your Air remix, and that really started to just take him solo-wise to another level. And problems in the group started because of Busta's popularity. They started to get jealous of his popularity, and they actually broke up live on an episode of UMTV Raps. They broke up on pretty much on camera.
It was actually more him and Charlie Brown. Not like the other dude.
It was mainly him and Charlie Brown, but Busta Rhymes' popularity was the key to all of that. It was some jealousy that began. Busta began doing a lot of features for artists like Mary J. Blige, Big Daddy Kane, A Tribe Called Quest, KRS-One, and Busta began recording his debut album, The Comin', in 1995, and it was released in 1996.
So him and Charlie not friends no more?
They are now.
Nah, they good now.
Yeah,
They
they're
good
good
now.
now,
Yeah, he
but-
actually brought them out. They did a couple reunion type show situations, so they cool now. A month before the album was released, he broke out with his hit single Woo-Ha, Got You All in Check.
Yes, it was.
The Comin' went on to be certified platinum in sales. Busta's second album, When Disaster Strikes, was released the following year in 1997. That album featured the hit singles Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See and Dangerous, and it was another platinum album. He went on to have a successful career that has lasted from the late 80s to early 90s all the way until now. He's made made almost 10 million in record sales and sold almost 10 million in record sales. He's still active. His stage game, his shows is heavy.
He's an actor, too.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
Higher learning, been in different things like that.
Reinvented.
Yep. So Busta Rhymes is here. Man, when did you first hear Busta Rhymes?
Definitely that song, PTA song. That was definitely it. And then right after that, just everything that he got into, following that, man, it was like real like from the messing with Tribe real heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because him and it was just something with him and Tribe. They had a little chemistry that I think that stood out.
And him and Q-Tip are like,
and him and Q-Tip are they real
they
close.
like brothers.
You know what I'm saying?
So
real. Like, and then man, like Busta just always held his own every time you put him in a certain spot. So like when he was coming with all them songs, coming on them songs with them people, you always waited for his verse.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when I first heard him, man, it definitely was them that like sort of like that order.
Well, for me, I'm a little younger, so I remember first seeing Busta Rhymes during like the Woo-Ha video. You know, him with the Jordan 11s, the black and white with patent leathers, and that video by Hype Williams was just insane. So then, you know, obviously going back, like I remember seeing his verse on the Scenario, that video, like, and that kind of just took off from there.
Scenario was a big song, man. Huge song.
Yeah, I first heard him on Case of the PTA with Leaders of the New School, but when I first really heard him really stand out, it was on Scenario with the Tribe Called Quest. I think that's when he first was like, oh yeah, but this guy he's different.
Busta, and then Busta, you know, his dress code got crazy. His shit's still crazy to this day. You know what I'm saying? In some ways, you know, I guess that's when the Jamaican come out. But you know, Busta, like, overall legend though, man, well respected, man, and he seemed like, you know, like every time you have moments of capturing him talking to somebody, it's always in a positive realm of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just real dope, man, and like he shows so much love. You know what I'm saying? So I can just imagine, you know, like his overall, like, you know, just overall being around him like that. You know what I'm saying? The different energy. And then he shows it on the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, how would you describe Busta Rhymes' sound as an MC?
I think he's very energetic, animated, just bars. Like, he can hit you with the funny lines, the punch lines. He can get serious. He has crazy voice control to have all these crazy words, and then still you can hear it, make sense. Like, he just he's just a dope MC.
Yeah, and he represents a time, man, in hip hop. Yeah. And during this time, it was so many styles and flows, and like one group in particular, the Wu. I think like Busta Rhyme has channeled a lot of stuff in his style that each member of the Wu has. Like he can go fast, he can rap this way, and you know he can go each angle. You know what I'm saying? And
I can see a little bit of ODB.
And that's with the animation.
Him and ODB was very close. You know, ODB was on the Woo-Ha remix. Him and Busta Rhymes is very close. And him and Raekwon
they was on the same label, actually.
Yeah, Electric. And him and Raekwon are very close too. So he's very cool with the Wu, for sure.
And Busta's style, he can go every way. You know what I'm saying? He can switch subjects. He can go Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? And he just remind me of the Wu as a person, like all the way around the board. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a bunch of styles all wrapped in one. And there's not too many MCs that got that.
Yeah, he's animated is definitely a good word, and just a lot of energy, man. Like he's like you can sometimes it seems like he's jumping around on the track the way you hear him, man. Like he's just a lot of energy, and he's just one of them guys that he can get you hyped, man. He can get you going. And he actually sounds like that on a lot of the tracks. Like his energy is just high on a lot of the tracks.
I think also like his videos really take
absolutely
his creativity to the next level. So you know, I mean, he's definitely one of the best.
And then back in that time, man, like the way that videos was made and all the effort that went into the videos. Now you just get your homeboy the camera. And wherever y'all at, you know, you do a little, throw the song on a little bit, and that's part of the video. You chop it up.
Busta Rhymes was doing, his videos were just, he was going left. It wasn't just like you in the hood, you on your block.
Playing.
Like, he was doing some other stuff, man. With them Hype Williams videos was crazy.
And his gear was crazy.
Yeah.
Everything from the motherfucking Dr. Seuss hats. I'm telling you, man, his gear was crazy, but he was always official. His jewelry always been crazy.
You know the visuals with him was going to be something different. Like, it wasn't going to be like no other. He was going to push the envelope visually every time. I think nobody in hip hop has done that like him and Missy. and like push the visuals and hip hop to just another level.
But the songs were dope. It you know what I mean? Like, wasn't like no corny shit.
Yeah, right.
Still dope song, but the visual was just.
No, I agree.
Took it to another level.
Was it inevitable that Busta Rhymes would end up going solo and leaving Leaders of the New School?
I might have to say so.
I think so. Yeah, it was definitely.
Might have to say so.
Yeah.
He stood out.
We've seen this story in hip hop so many times. I mean, when you stand out like that, it's at some point you got to, whether you're beefing or not. Like some point you're gonna be like, it's almost gonna be like, well, I need to try to do this.
I gotta make more money for myself.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So.
But I mean, he just stood out. No disrespect to his group members, but he stood out. Like he was just a different cat, and it just started to show. But it don't always got to be beef. A lot of people would say Jadakiss sticks out in the Locks, but the Locks still his brothers. And he do solo stuff, and then they still come back together.
Well, they all do solo stuff. You know what I mean? They could have,
But I don't think, the Leaders of the New School, I don't think they had the clout. In their minds they did, but, to the people, they wasn't connecting like Busta was. Sometimes it be like that. But, they had a little run. They had a couple little success, but Busta was that dude. What do you think slowing his flow up? Because at one point he was just like, and then Puff actually told him, like, yo, man, you got to slow it down a little bit.
Slow down, Playboy.
What do you think that?
Slow down, Playboy.
What do you think? Brother love. What do you think that did for his career, man? When he slowed it up a little bit. He was real fast, and either fast or just wow, Busta Rhymes.
It opened other ears. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people can't catch, all them syllables and verbs coming at you like that, man. That word play at a high rate. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when he gets to the point where he wants to show you that he can do that, he does that. Yeah, he does. You know what I'm saying? Like he has some songs where he let you know, like, yeah, man, don't forget to mention me when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it opened up a whole new audience when he slowed it down a little bit and put it more on them, especially when he slowed it down and went to the ladies. It really got more beneficial for him.
Yeah, I agree on that. I think you said that perfectly. I think it opened ears to a new audience for him, man, because they like, man, I can't try to decipher all this wildness, So when people can understand what he was saying, I definitely think the females got on, and then maybe the casual hip hop fans too. They liked him, but they couldn't understand what he was saying. So for sure,
kind of like a Twista. I mean, I don't think he's rapped that fast. Not like a Twista.
It was either fast or just kind of hard to understand because it was just like wow, he's just making noises. He was
just making noises.
It wasn't like a typical just bars. You just rap. He was stopping and breaking in the beats and doing a whole lot of animation without sound effects, without ad libs. It was all himself, which is different.
I would wonder who made him or got in his ear for him to really be like, yo, man, I think you should boom. I know Puff probably said something, but
I puffed it. Come to think of it, he's doing what a lot of the young people do now. Yeah. He was doing back then. He wasn't doing the usual just rap bars. He was stopping. You know how they might say different stuff today, but they might say skirt and or make noises, but he was really stopping in his bars and doing stuff back then.
Yeah.
When say somebody Nas or Biggie, they was kind of just rapping. They just was rapping. So Busta Rhymes is a different dude, man.
Yes, he is.
He's a different kind
right
of
now. Think about it. He was doing a little,
stuff like that. He was doing a lot of different. That's usual type stuff now. They take off bars. He was doing that then. Busta Rhymes, different dude.
Yes, man. He is. But moreover with Bus, man, he not only when you put him on the track, he's nice. He'll take over that joint if you ain't coming with no formula.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you can tell he will kill your track, though. You better be correct by calling him on there to want to rap with you. Because Busta, man, he from that era, dog. Biggie, Hove.
Woo, all that.
Busta's definitely competitive.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yo, I mean, but honestly, to me, I feel like Chuck D don't get enough credit for molding him. Like he looks at Chuck D as like the big brother.
And
like, thank you for.
He gives Chuck D his props all the time.
Definitely,
Definitely.
so Chuck can't forget about Chuck D. helping Busta
Chuck
Rhymes
D put him on. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Salute to Chuck D. But let's get into some of these. Some of this music. When Busta Rhymes and music, you know, a lot of people don't always equate everything to his actual albums, like albums.
Yeah.
But let's talk about his albums a little bit. And in 1996, he came out with his debut album, The Coming. Woo-ha, Everything Remains Raw, It's a Party. What is The Coming a classic to you? Got that up there.
It's a good album. I think it's a classic.
It's a good album in classic times.
It's a good album.
That's a good way to sum it up. It's a good album in classic times.
And that was a great year for hip hop, 1996. Yeah. Great year. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with good album, and I like that. I'll go with that analogy, too. Then he came right back in 1997 with Disaster Strikes, that's up there. That had Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See, which was an Outta Here single and video.
Yes.
Coming to America, the old video. Then he had
Yeah.
Dangerous. Dangerous was another crazy video. Wasn't he? He was my man from Dangerous was when he was with the dude from Last Dragon, right? Show Enough. He looked just like Show Enough too. Dangerous video was crazy. I think he was being dragged by. Was he being like dragged by? It's something crazy he was doing in that video, that Dangerous video. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was something crazy, but then Turn It Up on there. What about When Disaster Strikes?
My favorite album, my favorite song on this album is Rhymes Galore.
Rhymes Galore. Rhymes Galore.
Yo, that beat is crazy. The bars is crazy.
I like that song.
Didn't he have that on the end of on the video? I think he
did.
No. He had it before Fired Up.
Oh, okay.
He was playing that song before Fired Up.
Right.
Rhymes Galore. Rhymes Galore. Yeah.
But the thing about like Bus around this time, man, is that his videos
it's crazy.
Stretch the album, man. Yeah. It stretched the album. So like as soon as you think he was done, he'd come with another video that made you like on that same album that was powerful. It just made it powerful.
Even if you didn't like Busta Rhymes, album, like his singles was always gonna be crazy. Like, his singles were gonna be like he was gonna hit you with a single, like a dope single every time. In 1998, ELE Extension Level Event, the Final World Front with Tear the Roof Off. Give Me Some More. That's another crazy video. Then What's It Gonna Be with Janet Jackson? $1 Million video.
Yeah.
He got Janet in the video.
And like I said, his video stretched the album because that song with Janet is
hip hop artists wasn't getting Janet Jackson, man.
Come on, man. Who was getting Janet Jackson? Who was getting Janet Jackson actually? For real, like nobody was getting Janet in the video at that.
Right. $1 million video.
And
the video was crazy.
Yeah.
But that was a big deal.
Everybody Rise, that was a good song.
Who did that video? Hype?
Hype. Yeah.
Hype
did a lot of his videos, man. But Tear the Roof Off was crazy. Give Me Some More was another great.
That was right?
Busta used to fuck the #1 video up. On them shows, he used to fuck that #1 video up. You already knew it was him.
Absolutely. No, that was he had some big song. That Janet Jackson, that song was out of here, man. That song was out of here for sure. Then in 2000, he came back with Anarchy. That had Get Out. And then he had Fire. That was 2000.
Heist that was on there.
Yeah. With Raekwon and Ghostface. That was a dope storytelling song. Then in 2001, he had Genesis. That had Break Your Neck and Pastor Cavassier. Then they made the remix with Puff. The actual video song wasn't on the album. They remixed it.
What's the other thing he had?
But hold on real quick, man, before we go too far. See, through all these times, Busta had singles with other people that was carrying. You got Violator in the mix of this. Because you got to realize Violator's the management. Violator album was going on at this time. So he was in the mix of recording with a lot of people and making hit songs at this time. And when him and Busta did that Pastor Cavassier joint, it just went to damn. When him and Puff did that, it just went to a whole nother level.
But also that was when Pharrell, the Neptunes were huge. That was
absolutely.
the beat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In that video. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
then he had this joint with Khalees, Busta, What It Is Right Now.
Yeah.
What It Is Right Now.
That was a big single too.
I think that wasn't on his album. I think that was on like Neptune's album or something.
That was on here.
Oh, that was on there? Yeah, that was a big song.
Yeah, What It Is.
Busta, What It Is Right Now. Yeah, that's a big song. Then It Ain't Safe No More in 2002, Make It Clap. And then I Don't Know What You Want with Mariah Carey. That was a big song.
Yeah, that was a huge song.
And he put his whole squad on that song, which was dope.
Rod Dick was on there, Baby Sham.
Yeah, that was dope. That Mariah Carey song was a big
Rampage,
song.
yeah.
That was a big
Flip
song.
Mode.
Flip Mode is exquisite.
Yeah.
Then he come back. He actually signed to Dr. Dre in Aftermath. And it was a 4-year hiatus, the longest kind of at that time of his career. And in 2006, he came with the Big Bang.
Big Bang.
The Big Bang right here. The Big Bang is that's one of my favorites, man. I think he balanced like hit making and then dope songs. I felt like he got the right balance with Dre, man, and put together a dope album. But that had Touch It, which is a big song. I Love My Bitch was a big song. In the Ghetto with Rick James. In the Ghetto. And then that New York shit was hard.
Oh, my goodness, man.
And he had the video, but the video was actually like his Hot 97 like performance, and like all the rappers was there. That was dope, man. If you
Who
from
did that
New York,
beat?
DJ Scratch.
Yeah, DJ Scratch, yeah.
If you from New York, stand up right now.
That was on his album. Yeah, it sure enough
that
was.
That song was crazy.
Swizz Beatz made that beat too.
DJ Scratch did.
He was on it,
but Swizz Beatz was on the hook.
Okay.
But Swizz Beatz did Touch It though. He did Touch It though,
okay.
man. So that was a big album. Then he actually left Aftermath and came back in 2009 with Back on My BS. It had A-Rab Money and Respect My Conglomerate. I wasn't that big on that album.
A-Rab Money.
Yeah, I didn't like that song too much.
I like that beat. Yeah.
But Respect My Conglomerate was all right. I think Lil Wayne and Jadakiss or somebody was on that song. It was two other rappers on that song. And then in 2012 he came with Year of the Dragon. This was like a song.
Mixtape.
It was released on Google Play. Like he was one of the early dudes that just released.
That was him and Q-Tip, right?
No, that was another album.
Okay,
that was a mixtape. What you talking about?
Okay.
That was another album. But this Year of the Dragon, he released it straight to Google Play. It wasn't my favorite album, but he was early on the Google Play thing for 2012. And then
I think that was right, like the time when Jay-Z was doing like a digital album. If you bought a Samsung phone or something, you got.
And then in 2020, he waited a long time for his next album, Extension Level Event 2, The Wrath of God. It came out a couple years ago. That was a dope album.
Solid project, man.
That was a solid project, man. Word, it was a little long. It was a little lengthy, but it was a solid project, man. I really like this one right here. This one right here is a good look. And it put Busta back in his space, too, overall, because then he started back working out, getting his body right and stuff after this, and a whole lot has happened. I was watching something. He was telling his story
some health
about
issues.
his health issues and everything, and how his son told him, and you gotta straighten up on your life and all that.
Yeah, like
and,
sleep apnea or something.
Yeah, and he's doing better. He's doing much better now, looking good, working out, sending all like positive energy his way, man, because from where the spot that he said he was in, the dark space that he said he was in, he said everybody felt as though they looking from the outside in, like everything was cool, but he was going through a whole lot at that time, man. And he let himself go, but now he's, he back in the
that was a dope project, dope video.
Yeah. So for him to turn around and then make a project like this,
and most of that was independent too. Which I think that's
this album thing. Is dope.
That had them visuals and everything. Man. That was dope. So, we went through his album. So, what about classic Busta Rhymes albums out of these albums that we mentioned that's on this table?
I like ELE. That's a classic Busta Rhymes album.
I think that was like the overall work of body project for him. And the lead up to it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going hard. And this was like during the pandemic almost too, right? This was pandemic times, right?
This album was during the pandemic.
I'm saying this album.
Yeah, he's talking about
I'm talking about the ELE too.
Yeah, I think he got a lot of great singles, but to me, classic albums. Because when I listened to them earlier 90 albums or later 90 albums, compared to the competition at that time, as an album, they wasn't hitting the same. He had singles, but they wasn't hitting the same. But I actually think the Big Bang and then this ELE2, they were more like albums,
like polished.
Yeah,
like a complete project.
Yeah, like complete projects to me, man. But saying that, what's your top 5 Busta Rhymes albums?
ELE2 is number 1. I know that for sure. Number 2, I'll go with the Big Bang for number 2.
Big Bang was good.
Yeah, he had some dope tracks on that. Then I'm gonna go with the very first
Coming.
The Coming. I thought that this is the opener for Busta Rhymes, getting Busta Rhymes on there on that look. Then I'm gonna come here, man.
When Disaster
Strikes. This was one of them tracks. I mean, one of them albums that I like, but I just think that he had more of a single play on that one. And I guess I gotta go here, man.
Genesis.
Gotta go here, man. I gotta go to the Genesis, man. It's number 5.
All right, for me, I'm going to go number 1, ELE. Love this album. I remember this came out. It was in middle school. And it was just like I said, with the visuals, the songs, it was just a dope project.
Wow.
ELE, Big Bang. Love this album, too. This is probably, like you said, like the best polished version of Busta Rhymes. Mm-hmm. There's a mix of everything. Then I'm going to go with, I like this album, too. When Disaster Strikes, Survival Hungry classic. Rhymes galore on here.
Rhymes galore.
I love this.
I love the way you said that.
That's at number 3. Number 4, ELE2. That was dope. And we'll go with Anarchy. This was good too.
I'm going to go with number 1. I'm going to go with the Big Bang, man. I think the Big Bang was, like you said, was well polished. I think he had the hit records, but he also had some dope album cuts on here too. Mm-hmm. I think the Big Bang is his best overall album. And I'm going to go with number 2. I'm going to go with the Extinction Level Event 2, man. I thought this was a little underrated, man. He put in a lot of work for this album. This was a dope project, man. Then I'm going to go with When Disaster Strikes, man. I thought When Disaster Strikes, he got a song on there with Bad Boy. And I think him and Mace killed that song on that song. I think it's like Body Rock.
Yeah, the Body Rock.
Him and Mace go in on that song, man. Then number 4, I'm going to go with The Coming, his first album. And number 5, I'm going to go with Extension Level Event 1. I'm going to go with Extension Level Event 1. But Busta Rhymes not only had a great career, but he also, in hip hop, it's all about your squad. So when he started off, he came with the Flip Mode Squad after leader of the New School. Yep. So put a lot of his team on. They had an album they actually put out. Then they had solo albums between them. So what do you think Busta Rhymes did with Flip Mode Squad in their heyday?
I think he put them on. I mean, Rod Digger was down with
Outlaws.
The Outsiders.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just to put him on, Rampage, that's his cousin, I believe. Mm-hmm. I mean? Just put him on.
And then moreover, on some real rap, like, he had Rod Digger in the conversation of the best female rapper
Rod Digger
that was at the time.
Rod Digger
was dope.
She is
nice. Know what I'm saying?
Rod Digger can rap her ass off. Don't get it twisted. I think one of her albums, I think it was like Harriet. Was it Harriet? One of her albums, I think it was
Dirty
the first
Harriet?
one. Dirty Harriet. It was a dope album.
Yeah.
Like Rod Digger can rap. Like she can rap. Like don't get it twisted. I mean, he had Rampage popping for a minute.
She had a nice verse with your girl Lauryn Hill on
she killed that.
She
killed that song. Cowboys?
Yes.
Man, she killed that.
Yeah.
Nah, Rod Digger was definitely dope. Then Rampage, Rampage had some singles.
Yeah.
So Rampage was popping. Rampage was on Flavor in Your Air remix with Biggie and LL. Yeah. Like he was the least known person out of everybody on that track. So Busta Rhymes was the reason for that. Then Spliff Star is always right next to him, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
his right hand man.
Yeah, so Flip Mode definitely had a run.
Also they had a young Rock Marciano.
They did have a young Rock Marciano.
But back then he rapped faster than what he did now.
Lord have mercy, Baby Sham. And they had the album. The album was all right. They had the Cha 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 single. It was all right. I wouldn't call Flip Mode Squad like my top tier posse or crew in hip hop, but they was a nice. They had a nice run. You know, I'm not putting them with the Rockefellers or the Bad Boys of the world, but they was respectable.
They fit the criteria. You know what I'm saying? They fit the criteria. You know, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? They got some, you know, like Busta carried it, of course.
How about this? What groups are better? No, what groups are? Damn, I'm trying.
A lot.
Who's better than? Nah, who's better than? I can't even think what I'm about to say. What squads would you put below Flip Mode Squad? Yeah.
Below?
Yeah.
Man, there's probably a lot of people I can think below. I'll put St. Lunatics below them.
What about D12?
D12?
Yeah, they ain't going there too.
Who else?
They go below them.
There's a few of them.
I gotta take people like Death Row over them. I gotta take people like
Crucial Conflict below them.
Yeah, Crucial Conflict.
I'll tell you what.
I'll take Maybach Music over Flip Mode Squad. I would take.
No, Harlem World's below them.
Oh, Harlem World's definitely below Flip Mode Squad. Stop it. I take St. Lunatics below them.
Harlem World and St. Lunatics fighting neck and neck.
Harlem World versus St. Lunatics.
I might have to go with St. Lunatics.
I go with
Murphy Lee.
I go with St. Lunatics. I like Murphy Lee. Murphy Lee was dope.
Murphy Lee was dope.
I take Death Squad over Flip Mode Squad.
Oh yeah.
I take Death Squad over Flip Mode Squad. Death Squad was dope. Keith Murray, Redman, and Eric Sermon. I take them over Flip Mode Squad. I can't think of no crews over top them up, but it depends.
I mean,
on the
just
crew. They was good though. They wasn't whack. They wasn't whack. But they wasn't like my top. I'm not gonna say Flip Mode Squad at the top. Nah, but they're respectable though.
Definitely.
I'll take Refugee Camp as a whole over Flip Mode Squad, man. I like John
Forte.
I like John Forte, man. John Forte got busy.
I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can take them over. No, I wouldn't take Refugee Camp over Flip Mode. I can't. I don't think I can do that.
Lauren, Prize, I don't know, man. I don't know. They close. They close. But Flip Mode Squad did their thing. No disrespect at all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But what do you think, Busta Rhyme? We talked about his videos. What do you think, as an artist and his legacy, Busta Rhymes had on the visual aspect of making videos and presenting that with your song to the public in hip hop?
I think him and Hype Williams had a dope connection of this is how you make a video, and this is how you present your song to the world, and this is it. It was just dope at the time. It was like $1 million videos. Everything was bright and colorful. It was like almost like a mini movie almost. You watching a little movie in that 3-4 minutes. It was funny. It was entertaining, but the music was dope. It worked.
Absolutely. Visuals was to the next level. It made you sometimes visuals can make you like a song more.
Yeah.
His visuals made you like the song more. It took the songs and the sales to another level because the visuals was so crazy that it just gave you a whole new appreciation. Yeah. Sometimes I think he made the song for the visuals, thinking ahead, I'm going to have these visuals look like that. And it was another level, man.
What's your favorite Busta Rhymes video?
Probably Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See easy.
Hands down.
I love Give Me Some More, man.
Give Me Some More was dope.
That video was dope as well.
He rapping and fucking train coming behind him, about to hit him.
That was dope. And then I think Dangerous is up there too. That Dangerous was great.
That joint
I wasn't that big, honestly, on the Janet Jackson song. The song, but the visuals was crazy for that song. Yeah. The visuals was real crazy. On his new album, with a independent budget, he had a song. I can't think of the title.
Czarface, not Czarface.
He had to it was a lot going on
with the waves and the word and stuff.
It was crazy. I'm like, damn, he didn't got no major backing and doing these crazy videos, man.
Busta got that bag.
Busta definitely got that bag, man. He definitely man, like I said, him and Missy, man.
Yeah.
What they brought to the visual game in hip hop is like no other. No other. I'm talking about Nas, Biggie, Jay-Z. Like, when it comes to visuals, Busta is above all of them, man.
Yeah, they take that to a certain level. And performances, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not leave out performances.
Absolutely.
Because he's one of the performing kings, man, to me.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to this hip-hop world, man, he get on there and give it his all. Him and his Split Star, they got a connection that's like real serious, man, when they get up there and them lights is on.
You ever seen him perform live? You ever seen him?
I have. People don't want to go after Busta Rhymes. Like you don't want to go after Busta Rhymes because he going to set the bar so high it's going to be hard to come after Busta Rhymes. Like he is if not the best, he's right at the top of. I think it can easily be said he's the best hip hop performer.
Matter of fact, my first hip hop concert ever was at the Bob Carpenter Center. It was Busta Rhymes and Split Star. I forgot who opened for him, but I was in. Had to be ninth grade.
That was the first joint ever?
First joint ever. First hip-hop performance
Busta
ever.
opened you up, huh?
Yo, it was
no homo.
Yeah, definitely. But it was just like seeing his performance, his presence going back and forth, like showing everybody on the stage, like left side, right side, his breath control, his energy. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah,
this album, man, his performance is another level,
insane. Man. And how he can do some of them songs with the breath control, and then how Split Star and him got this like synergy. Like it's like, man, they are great at what they do. Like he's a great hype man. You know, they just got
what's the album that had Dolomite in the intro? He was like, slap dick to these bitches.
I don't know, dog.
Might be when disaster strikes.
Yeah.
I
think that's
maybe that's why I love this album so much because he came out and did a lot of these songs from there.
That's dope, man. Definitely, in my opinion, the best hip hop performer
ever, hands down,
ever.
Top 5 hip hop performers
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
He's at the top. He's at the top.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I can't even really put too many people in his space, man. Yeah. For real.
I say Busta, then Red and Meth.
Probably.
Energy.
Yeah. I put Tretch up there too.
Tretch. Wow. Okay.
I seen Tretch in concert before. Yeah.
Would you put MOP up there with Busta Rhymes? Y'all seen them? The energy and stuff?
MOP's
They just got the energy songs.
Yeah. I ain't going to put them up as overall performance, but they're dope just because their songs
sound like the records.
They got that kind of bump. But Busta Rhymes, he's different, real different when it comes to that stage presence. So we talked about Busta Rhymes and his stage performance. So, Busta Rhymes' name has been brought up in the Versus talk a lot. And let's
leave that Versus thing alone.
But he's actually one of the artists that wants to do it. But he can't find a worthy opponent, or it seems like nobody's ducking him.
Let's leave that Versus thing alone, man. Let's leave it alone because it's getting watered down. And
we're talking about Busta Rhymes.
This is the wrong time to put Busta Rhymes in the Versus right now. We don't need nothing.
Not a good time.
Nah, that shit's spiraling down. It's bad. Like, who's making the play calls now?
Well, we're gonna get into the whole Versus conversation a little later, but
I think Busta Rhymes deserves to be put on that stage to be on Versus,
but not right now.
He need a worthy opponent though. Who's gonna go against him? Because people scared. I actually think people are scared to go against Busta Rhymes, man.
You put Eminem up there against him?
Eminem ain't gonna do it.
He don't got enough hit songs.
He ain't gonna do it. I mean, it would bring in viewers for sure.
Oh
but I don't think he's gonna do it.
See what I'm saying? And see, they will do some shit like that, and that don't make no sense.
But a lot of people is ducking Busta Rhymes, man, in that verse. They ducking him.
Damn, I don't know.
I don't think he has a word. And I heard Ice Cube thrown around, but I don't really like that matchup because of their songs. I don't really like that matchup.
I wouldn't put Missy up there with Busta Rhymes either. Would you do that? Like a male versus female?
Only thing about them is they got the visuals. Busta Rhymes is a better, a rapper.
Yeah, he's better overall.
But visual-wise, if you're doing something that includes videos, maybe that would be dope. But
when it comes to Busta Rhymes, man, you got to be on a certain level, and your history with hip-hop has to be dope. So it had to be somebody from back then. You know what I'm saying? But Who?
Oh, yeah, who? Who would you put up there?
I don't know. The only person I can say is Cube, probably.
I do think, Sean, I think he's worthy for sure of that stage and to get those flowers, but I want to see him go against somebody that's going to be dope, not nobody. Because his performance, you got to be. It's a threat. It's a big threat, man. You gonna get smoked out there, yo.
And then you're gonna be up against Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star, because Spliff Star ain't leaving the stage.
Hell no.
And then people's management and stuff is gonna be like, nah, you ain't going against Busta. Like, nah, I ain't gonna get you embarrassed like that. Like, you ain't gonna be able to come back after that. It's gonna be like, kind of like Locks and Dipset. Like, if you ain't bringing your stage game right, you're gonna get embarrassed.
I mean, but that's kind of whack for the game. It's like, yo, this is hip hop. This is competitive. It's fun. This is the sport. You tell me nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to step to the stage. What happened to this being like a competitor? Where's that at?
I agree. But you got to have it too. In order to be competitive, you got to have it.
Like, you can't be coming up there funny. You can't be up that motherfucker funny, because people are looking at you like, oh, what is he doing? What's going on over there? You know what I'm saying?
Like your whole catalog just sinks because you had a bad verse.
Yeah, man. And that's the wrong place to have a bad night at.
A wrong place. So what about your favorite Busta Rhymes song? You got a lot of hits.
Wow, man. I'm going to go with Hoo Ha, man.
Hoo Ha?
Hoo Ha. Because you know why? When I heard that on Doo Wop. And that was one of my favorite doo-wop tapes that came out, man.
That's a crazy sample too.
Yeah, I love that, and I love how that beat come on.
I heard that joint.
Yo, that song was so left field at that time to me. Like that singer was crazy, man.
That was one of my favorite doo-wop joints too, man.
I got you.
And that song was on there.
I don't know, man. I might go with "Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See." That's when Biggie just died. Hip hop was kind of changing. And Busta Rhymes, Busta Rhymes even mentioned him in that song. But it's just like Busta was just like, we going through a bad time, but I got it, man. I got it. Don't worry about it.
I got some energy for it.
I still got something for y'all. Don't worry about it. Like, we ain't done. Like, and I just felt, and that was, and then with the visuals behind it, I just think that joint was dope, especially for that time.
Yeah,
like it was just next level, man.
I'm gonna go with Rhymes Galore. That to me, that's
Rhymes Galore.
That's my favorite. It's not even, it's no hooks or nothing. It's just straight bars, like 3 minutes of bars. That to me, that sums up Busta Rhymes. It's crazy up tempo beat, crazy rhymes. To me, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Well, what do y'all expect from Busta Rhymes in the future? He's been in the game for a long time now, still relevant. What do you expect from him in the future?
I don't know if it's already happened, but I expect like more from behind the scenes from him, like probably producing or helping, like production or creativity with an artist or something like that, and not too much of like having a group no more, or the Flip Mode Squad and trying to reincarnate that or whatever, or bring that back. But I do see him doing some big things with my man, the boy Pryor. Cause he's nice. I see him doing some things with him, man. Pryor is dope, and I think that's one of Busta Rhymes' current artists, right?
Yeah.
And he's dope, yo. And you know what I'm saying, man. He got the baritone. They say he got the baritone of Biggie and all that, but I blocked that out. Man. I blocked that out, and I try to listen to his lyrics, man. And he got some nice lyrics, man. He dope.
Yeah, nah. He actually has it's not the Flip Mode Squad no more. It's the Conglomerate. That's his new situation. But yeah, my man, he dope. He do sound like Biggie with his voice, but he can actually rap. He got bars. He's a big fella too. He's dope. So he pushing him. They just put out a new single with him. But I think he's more in the artist thing. I think ELE2 got him back in the creative space. I don't think he's going to have a long hiatus like he did before that and release some projects.
And I don't know if Butch Coleman's putting that energy under him or that fire under him, but Knox got him Knox got some nice beats with him.
I would love to hear a Busta Rhymes Knox album.
Just him and Knox.
Just give me 10 songs.
Busta Rhymes been working with Knox from
forever.
The beginning.
Yeah,
him and DJ Scratch also been working from the beginning. Like he rides with his guys. No matter if he got some bigger name artists or not, he always got Knox and DJ Scratch with him on the ride. I do respect that as well.
That's what I respect though. One of them albums with him and one producer.
But I think Busta's going to continue to. I think he's going to put out more music. I don't think he's going to stop with the music. I think he's going to have something maybe very soon that he's going to keep on coming with the music. Then he got the artists. You know, he got some younger artists he's working with the Conglomerate. He's no longer on the Flip Mode Squad thing.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be active, man. He's going to be involved in the game in the creative side in some way. I think Busta Rhymes is here. He ain't like going nowhere. He's going to be out in the forefront, man.
Definitely. I feel the same way. Also, I think that maybe one of his peers, like I know when Raekwon was about to drop Cuban Link 2, Busta Rhymes was heavily involved. He was heavily engaged. He was ready. Like he was in rap.
He was damn near. He was damn near an executive on that joint. That's how much he was behind the scenes with it. Yeah.
So I feel like when those type of albums drop, like Nas, he like that probably gets him excited. Like, yo, let's get back to rapping. You know what I mean? So
he's also on a big thing we missed. He's also on tour right now with Dave Chappelle. Like that is Dave Chappelle and Busta. That is a big deal.
That's
like
dope.
They get a cosign from Dave Chappelle, Busta Rhymes.
What's the tour called? Dave and Busta.
Dave and Busta. That's a dope
Dave Chappelle's a fan of Busta Rhymes.
That's a dope ass name too. Dave and Busta. That's dope. Yeah, that's a big deal, man. Yeah. Dave Chappelle and Busta Rhymes, that's a big deal, man. Real dope, real dope. So Busta Rhymes, man, he's here, 50 years old. Happy birthday,
man.
Busta
Happy born
Rhymes.
day.
What do y'all think about Busta Rhymes, the actor?
Higher Learning.
Higher Learning is a classic.
Higher Learning, yeah, absolutely.
He was in a couple other joints
Halloween
too.
H2O. My man survived Michael Myers. It wasn't the best.
The Higher Learning was the best role,
man.
He was one of my favorite actors on that movie.
Him and Ice Cube, John Singleton directed it.
Higher Learning is classic. He was in some other movies too, but smaller roles. But that Higher Learning was dope for sure, man. I mean, I can see him getting involved in a little more of that, you know, if he wants to, man. I think the sky's the limit for Busta Rhymes if he wants to.
So the fuck a white boy.
But 50 years old, Busta Rhymes, happy 50th birthday.
Salute.
What do you think Busta Rhymes' legacy in the game is?
A legend. A legend on all levels, man. You know, coming up with DJ K. Slay that just recently passed away.
Rest in peace, DJ K. Slay.
You know what I'm saying? His respect for K. Slay.
They had a real good relationship.
They had a real good relationship. And he said that, you know, like he's just always been grateful, man, of being around for so long and still be able to get it and be able to get that information
very,
out.
very
man.
humble.
Yeah,
I never heard him on some cocky shit. He's always super humble.
Busta Rhymes seemed like a solid individual all the way around.
And he's loyal to his guys. Like people, like you said, like DJ K. Slay, he always had a verse for DJ K. Slay. Him and Q-Tip is like super tight. Yeah. Like whenever Q-Tip needs anything, when Phife died and they needed Busta Rhymes to really step up and help them with their last Tribe album, Busta Rhymes is like a group member. Like, and he don't try to outshine them with popularity. He play his role.
Then he always show love.
Yeah, absolutely.
So always shows love.
Him and Raekwon got a great relationship. Him and Fat Joe got a great relationship. Him and Puff got a great relationship. Like he got a lot of genuine great relationships with hip hop people, man.
Matter of fact, just thinking about it.
Red Man and him.
Yo, the only time I heard Busta Rhymes diss somebody was Ja Rule.
Yeah.
That's the only
And that's because kind of like his squad at the time. He was riding with Dre and Aftermath. But he don't really beef with nobody like that. Nah, but everybody like Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes, man. But yeah, legend in the game. You know, dope MC, great singles, you know, some of the greatest visuals ever, one of the best or the best hip hop performer ever. Like Busta Rhymes is a stamp. He's Concert Crew Hall of Fame. He's a legend. You can't argue it. You can't debate his legacy in the game, man. Hip hop legend, Busta Rhymes. Thank you, Busta Rhymes, for all you did for hip hop, man. And happy 50th birthday. And you still going, man. You ain't done, man.
That was a hell of a party you had too, man. Next time, give Concert Crew, you know,
but we just want to give you your flowers. We know you're not done yet. You got some more to give, but we want to salute you on your 50th birthday, man, and just thank you for all you gave to the culture, for sure.
Word.
Salute Busta Rhymes. But we Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure y'all go follow us at Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure y'all go download, subscribe. We on all digital platforms.
Tune in.
Make sure y'all go to our YouTube page. Subscribe to all of our videos, man. Check us out, man. Go check us out on YouTube. But man, happy birthday, Busta Rhymes. Salute, King. Salute, King. But yo,
50
Concert Crew Podcast, man, we here and we ain't going nowhere. Yo, Pito, hit us with the fader. We out.
Yes.